welcome to Mr. Techno Stuff. This is a first look at Android 4.0 Ice Cream Sandwich. This is the second of two first look videos, the other being on a phone. And Ice Cream Sandwich was announced a few days ago. It is the first Android operating system to run both on tablet and smartphone. Google has said that Ice Cream Sandwich was almost combining honeycomb and gingerbread. And you'll see features in gingerbread that weren't in honeycomb in Ice Cream Sandwich, and in honeycomb that weren't in gingerbread in Ice Cream Sandwich. So, here we go. The lock screen looks virtually unchanged from honeycomb. You just, you press the button and drag it to the outer bit of the circle. Now, the desktop background is the same, and sliding side to side is the same. Now, the widgets are a little different, not that different, but to add a widget, you go to the app drawer and tap widgets, and then you can add a widget. Now they do have a little grid, which is rather handy, just to show where you're going to drop the widget. Now, there's not much changed in the home screen, apart from the bottom. The notifications bar has a very sort of blue feel, as with everything else on Ice Cream Sandwich. You can just drag up for your notifications, again, not amazingly different. There you go. Obviously you can get quick access to settings, to airplane mode, Wi-Fi, auto rotate, etc. If you go into the app drawer, you get the browser. Now, the browser hasn't changed much apart from a colour scheme change. Now I believe you can have actually 16 tabs open, but yeah. Not much has changed in the browser. Now, calculator. Calculator looks a bit different. It's very simple. And yeah, there's nothing amazingly advanced about it. But it will do the job, and it looks like it has basic scientific functions. I'm not sure whether you can get more functions for it. Calendar. Now, Calendar has undergone a rather big revamp for Ice Cream Sandwich. It's got this sort of white and light blue feel, and it's very clean, and sort of especially when you view the week, you can color code your different entries. I'm just going to add an account. So as normal, you need to add an account to use the calendar, use contacts, or to use mail. Okay, anyway, that's fail. Calendar. Calendar is largely, for phones, it's largely different from gingerbread. But tablets, not too different. It has this sort of very nice, feel to it. Everything's white and or blue, and you can color code your events, especially in the week view. That's rather useful. Now in features or anything, there's not that much, just a rather big cosmetic change. You've got an agenda here, but because I have no events, there's nothing really to show. Now, camera. Camera, not amazingly different, a bit of a user interface change, but nothing important. You can take panoramic images. Now, because this is just an emulator, I can't actually, that seems to have crashed the camera, I can't actually show you taking a picture. Clock. Clock has changed a lot. It's very simple, just like desk clock on older Froyo and Eclair phones, and you just tap set alarm to set an alarm, and you can add one. Doesn't look like there's a countdown or anything like that. So we'll see. Downloads. That's just the downloads from anything from the browser. It'll just show up there when you download something, and you can tap it to view it. Email. Email hasn't undergone large changes, because it's not really a Google product, it's email. Yeah. Now, gallery. I don't actually have anything on this. So gallery has undergone a bit of a change, a bit more, it looks a bit nicer, and it's just a bit easier to sort of flow through. Yeah. Now for some reason on this emulator it's put messaging and phone. When I actually try to launch that up on a tablet it doesn't work, so we'll just skip those two. Music. Again, I don't have any music on this, so I can't show you that, but apparently it is very different and it's much better than previous Android operating systems. People, just your usual contacts. It doesn't look too different, except for the whole thing's blue. Again, not too different. What they've done with all of Android is they've sort of simplified it a bit, making all the complicated things that people don't like about Android much more easier. Search. Now, search is just your normal Google search, nothing amazing here. Settings. Having not actually owned a honeycomb tablet, I'm not sure whether this is new, but it looks very much like the iPad settings. And even with the new feature, these buttons that they've got, looks very much like iOS. But you can set a mobile data usage limit. Then, obviously, you've got airplane mode, VPN, mobile networks, etc., etc., etc. Don't think there's anything new here. Yeah, you've got developer. Anyway. Now, speech recorder. No idea what's wrong with this, but anyway. This seems to be a bit glitchy, but hopefully before Google release Ice Cream Sandwich 4.0.1 or something to fix these slight glitchiness issues. Anyway, thanks for watching Mr. Techno Stuff. We'll be coming out with a more in-depth review of the Samsung Galaxy Nexus, and stay tuned for more.